In the disclaimer is I am not abusing any of ex-employers, ex-client or illegal layers or unethical and unlawful layers. I am just recording my life as it is without any filters. It is for my children or next generation or everybody to know the truth, especially Americans, displaced Americans, unemployed Americans. Friends, let me continue my series of episodes of videos. I think I made 28th video of this part. Friends, and just now I recorded one video that's about Montana, my episodes of videos, right? 2008 to 2020. One of my followers from Michigan requested me to make the videos. Part of it I recorded 2010 year. That is, I left for India in 2009 December, and I returned to U.S.C. And that story I will tell India story separately. Then I returned to US. I came to Michigan. From Michigan to North Carolina I drove, and my van got lost, theft, right? And from there I fly to Helena, Montana, because my ex-manager Chedtalappa Rao asked me to quit the project because Wipro did not give a U.S.C's client letter, and Wipro manager told for 2000 H1Bs he has to give if he give it to me. So I said, you have to give. Then at that time Wipro also offered me full time with Wipro. I didn't know that I have to quit this stupid body shop. So then I relocated to Montana. During that time also I got an offer in Boston, but I didn't choose that Boston offer. It's not that Hindu converted friend, it is somebody else has offered. Then Helena, Montana. Then Montana to Boston, Massachusetts project I explained, and Phillipsburg. There I stopped in that video. The part of it I missed it is in Helena, Montana. It's wonderful. Like first 3 months I stayed with Justin, American, who it's an Indian's house. Parents died or somebody, one of the parent died, so immediately they relocated to India. Looks like Tamilian South Indians lived there, because based on the atmosphere and items they left over, I've seen, right? And Justin's father also has a big house, but American culture, at the age of 14 they ask kids to go out and live on their own. That's what I learned from Justin and other American roommate, and there is one more American roommate was there. But I cook rice, right? And he objected, you should not cook all that, whatever. Some reason I quit that house and break the lease, and at that time I learned what is rental insurance, rental apartment, what happens if you go to court. You may win the case, but you lose the rental history. And then I moved to one of my American ex-colleagues at that time offered me to stay on their upstairs house. They used to maintain hangars, but during recession they gave up that business, and it was a wonderful place. But Friday to Sunday night it was very lonely, because they have a big RV vehicle and they used to go out, and I was alone. And it's a horse farmhouse type. From there 6.5 miles I ride a bicycle, because license linked to H1B got expired, right? So you can stay 240 days. That rule is there, you can Google it. And then I met one American woman who renamed her name as India. She visits India every year, Puttaparthi Sach Sai Baba, Anantapur, and Delhi Lotus Temple. And she has a big yoga training center, and many Americans are there. And fortunately that day it was Indian food, and Zumba teacher took me there, and she also took me to she introduced to Indians and other people. Like professors used to do all religions prayers. That time I read all scriptures of what you call the most famous lines of all religious books. They used to collect and read, and then they told me there are 7 Indian families here. The families whoever joined, all the women formed as a group and talking. So we don't know why they come here and form their own group. The purpose is here is to do all religions prayer, right, by mingle with them. I said I don't know. Then I still correspondence with them, but after few days, few months or few years, they didn't reply yet. And the person writing book on me, about me, wants to speak to them also. Then first 3 months I didn't go anywhere. When I know the project is not going to extend, then I try to I bought a car. The car, Americans told if you convert to Christianity they will give it for free, but I paid $1,400, and then the car I sold it for trade in for buying a new car, coupe. With that I traveled twice to the Yellowstone and National Glacier Park. So wonderful places those are. I spent time, and then I've seen a lot of places. I attended belly dance classes, and then when my license got extended, then I traveled to 100 miles to attend a belly dance workshop also. And then I spent a lot of time because family was in India there, so I spent all that, but I miss the family. That's very tragedy. Colorado, one time I started, and then I returned to room. I was afraid because when I look at windows, I could not see anything. So when I told Justin, he said you have to look at the weather and go out, and it's especially long drives. It was very dangerous weather. Luckily I was survived. Then I used to trek mountains and physically fit, man. I played tennis on and off. Somebody used to pick me up and took me to tennis, and they are Europeans. They are from Europe. They invited me for a dinner. So it's like more of a American culture and American living. I had cigar too, right? I gave up cigar and drinking now, but used to walk alone, right? So there's no other way. Then it was wonderful. These points I could not I forgot during that time, and I'm recording it. And also I will put all the photos that I have taken from Helena, Montana, and my belly dance pictures and other stuff. And that was wonderful. Like you must visit, man. National Glacier Park and Yellowstone, those are wonderful places to visit. And from then Montana to Boston, Massachusetts, around 3,000 miles. I drove in 5 days with a night halt. Morning 5 a.m. I started the engine. That means I was get up from the motel, and night 9 p.m. I stopped the driving. So like that I drove, and I spent 1 to 2 hours at a particular place, South Dakota somewhere. Rest area. I continuously attended recruiter calls and for next projects, right? And that Boston project also wonderful. They want to pay for a flight ticket, but I can't leave my car in Boston, Montana, right? So that's why I started driving. And Sage Info, some body shop also gave a very bad remarks, reviews for them. I blocked them, like Sage, I think, because they scheduled. They did not leave my phone down until I said okay for the PennDOT, Pennsylvania motor department, face to face, but they cancelled it. But once they cancelled, they did not inform. So I took one last day off, and then I started driving, right? That's very sad. I lost 1 day salary for this interview purpose, but this cancelled it. So most of the interviews I've attended are in-person interview only, face-to-face, and Montana phone interview. But otherwise, Harrisburg one also, North Carolina, these they are phone. But later on, Phillipsburg, New Jersey, I went for in-person interview, and I said, when do you want to start? if you have any questions. Then I said, because all my stuff is in the Ford Coupe car, right? So I can start project, take a room in the motel. So that kind of life I led or was leading during that time, 2010 to 2011. So Phillipsburg also, it's a active director, company split migration project. Basically, two companies merge or two companies split. There are two different kind of migrations, right? Like two brothers purchased one merging companies, or two brothers are separating it. Then how do you split the property? So that kind of the migration project. There I met Srinivas, somebody came from Dubai, Middle East via India, and then he passed CCIE exams in India, and he got his employer also Tamilian Indian. He didn't give his green card papers, $100 an hourly billing. Then he went to Pennsylvania, full-time job. That time only he called me for advice. Wherever I worked, some colleagues, friends become friends, and they ask for advice, and some may not. Some later, once I was into this YouTube, then some haters also come across at work locations. I was friendly with them and friendly with the client, professional, and mostly Phillipsburg also, they need an American citizen green card. There also it happened. I went to HR office. In Indian terms we call room, but it is office, American language. Then hiring manager took me to the HR, and HR said, do you have a green card? So there ends the matter. Montana also, HR asked me, do you have a green card? We don't sponsor. Then hung up the phone. So Phillipsburg also like that. Then it's very life sucks, man. The Phillipsburg, I've seen Darcy, my landlord, told about several things about American women, American culture, and the dog in my landlord's house is much better than my H1B life in America, because the dogs are treated better than by Americans in America than the Indians or H1Bs. H1B is indenture servitude, like I said. Then people may pose questions, why are you there, why don't you come back? That also, my cousin brother Siva also wrote a lot of emails from when I was in Phillipsburg. Why are you living in U.S.A, come back? So people used to abuse me. I'm just giving the free information, man, at the cost of my life or whatever. But I don't know why people abuse me when I shared. Those days I shared over emails, and I kept one video about Telangana station was going on in India, and then somebody started abusing me online. First time I think I uploaded a video, so in 2010. And I will continue again. Thank you.
Mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety filling up every space, no privacy. And silently it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn, no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. it sucks when you finally feel like giving up. Oh God, no luck. Everything feels like you're sticky stuck. I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep. Don't give a fuck, can't stop. Unplug, feeling overwhelmed. I think I've had enough. Gotta find a way to get some energy. Gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it. I'm still searching and I'm still learning. I want a life that's filled with memories, not a life with regret and frenemies. I need focus to keep me from hopeless psychosis if I keep moping. I got nightmares in my head. I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head. I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little